Hello friends, this is the Cryptonian taking a look at Bitcoin and a few altcoins. It is North American East Coast time. It's Thursday afternoon. And wow, what an eventful day that we had yesterday. Yesterday we had the FOMC meeting with the Fed. And I'll show you here. This is where the candle that the Fed took place at. And so it was very volatile. I hope everyone is okay. I did warn you of volatility, and I did warn you of using stop losses. So that being said, let's take a look at the Bitcoin chart real quick. We'll start off with Bitcoin. You can see that we did come down. We did sell off down to about 20,000, and we were able to hold above that. And we're trying to hang on to this diagonal trend line. Okay, so what's interesting here about this chart is that the daily is showing that there's declining momentum on the daily. However, the 1 hour and the 4 hour is showing a lot of activity. 1 hour already maxed here, and the 4 hour here is still positive and still showing momentum just beginning. And so what you can have is, while one wave is maxing out, you have another wave that's growing and getting stronger. And so what you see is, 1 hour trades and 4 hour trades combining their strength here and showing a bounce here for Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin needs to get above this 20,000 340 yellow line here that I had shown before on the chart, and we really need to get above that if we're going to push higher here. And again, if Bitcoin does break out here, then Bitcoin will take the market higher with it. The RSI is currently 45, and it's just below midline, getting stronger. It just crossed over the moving average, and so it is getting stronger, but we'll see how much momentum it can hang on to. The moving averages, the short-term 30 and the 30 and the 10 moving averages are above Bitcoin's current price on the 4 hour chart. And so this is a 4 hour chart, and so we need to be careful. We're going to have to flip those into support before we move higher. And currently you see here we are under a buy signal. We have a buy signal, and so of course these signals you have to be careful because a lot of them fail, a lot of them reverse, that kind of thing. So you have to look at the complete picture. So right now the complete picture is Bitcoin does look like it's trying to put in some a reversal here. Now if this comes back down again, I would say right around 20,140, 20,150 could be a bounce, and we could see this trying to push higher again. Now what's possible is we could just kind of grind out this area here until we pop to the upside if we can get the momentum. However, if you do look in the past here, we could not hold above this yellow line, this 20,340, 350, 20,400 area, and we really need to get above that if we're going to continue this. If not, then what we will probably do is come back down, ride the 50 and the 30, and then maybe even roll over from there, or go sideways for a while. So that is Bitcoin. And let's take a look at Ethereum real quick. We see the altcoins are actually, some altcoins are doing well today. Let's see, Ethereum. Here's Ethereum. Ethereum is currently 1544. And let's enlarge this here. And so you can see the pattern here for Ethereum is quite similar. It's the same for as Bitcoin, same as Bitcoin. So you can see earlier this was the ascending channel that we were in, and then you can see here where as Bitcoin was starting to roll over, so did Ethereum rolled over here, broke down from this ascending channel. And I said this in a previous video that, ascending channels are bearish, but then also we went into this channel where it is a descending channel, and descending channels are bullish, okay? And so right now you can see that we're testing this intersection of two trend lines, and we're trying to hold above this diagonal trend line here, because we did break out of it up here. Okay, so we're trying to hang on here, and if Bitcoin goes higher, Ethereum will go higher as well. And same setup on the stochastics. We are under a daily negative momentum wave, and so we are getting weaker on the daily, and we do have two impulses here from the 1 hour and the 4 hour, and that's what's putting in this little bit of consolidation here. But mind you, same as Bitcoin, we are under the 4 hour 10 and 30, and so on the 4 hour cumulatively we're in a bearish position. And you can see here that as the 1 hour is starting to roll over, it looks like the 4 hour may roll over as well. And once that happens, all of these will be negative. If and when that happens, all of these will be negative, and Ethereum will continue to roll over like this and maybe even come down. So we need to be aware of that. And Ethereum right now is showing some weakness, as Bitcoin is. And just like Bitcoin, Ethereum has to hold this and put in a reversal here. Okay. And of course, if Bitcoin does reverse and break out, then so will Ethereum. However, remember, today's Thursday, and this may not happen for a few days. We may have some type of a rally or some type of a small breakout, maybe over the weekend on small volume. That's kind of what happened before, and so we'll just have to wait and see. Now, if you remember, in a previous video I talked about AAVE, and AAVE came down, saw support here off of the 30. Now this is the 30 and 50, excuse me, I'm sorry, no, this is the 20 and 50 here for the daily, and this is significant, and we're in the process of crossing over right now. That's why we had such a nice impulse here. We did find support off of the 20 and the 20 and 50, and so nice support area here. This was a great buy area. AAVE came down, found support, and then remember I said AAVE could be going much higher and return to this area, and that's exactly what happened. AAVE did come back to test this trend line here. It did bounce. This was a great Fibonacci area where you could buy here, and also by the support area of the moving averages. RSI is above the moving average line here, which or what you would call a signal line. It's at 52 and looking good. We're trying to put in this bull flag here, but we have a lot of volatility. This area has a lot of volatility because it's an area of resistance, and right now we're just kind of going sideways. AAVE has been going sideways for some time now. You can see on the chart, quite obvious that we're at a resistance area, and we're trying to put in some type of consolidation, some type of support at this level. And so we need to be careful. There's going to be a lot of volatility, a lot of chop, and so just be careful with AAVE at this time. Now, whenever AAVE does come back down in these areas, like right here by the 20 and 50 on the daily, then that would be a place to buy, in my opinion. I can't tell you what to buy, how to buy, when to buy, and then you'd expect some type of bounce. But as Ethereum and Bitcoin is getting weaker, so is AAVE. And you can see that AAVE is pretty much putting in the same kind of pattern, just in a slightly different way. But it is generally the same pattern. We see that we went up into the same pattern that Bitcoin did, with just a little bit more volatility, and then we bounced here, but we're starting to roll over. Just have to wait and see what Bitcoin does. AAVE will follow Bitcoin, but this was the play here, and AAVE didn't have as crazy of a move. It had a little bit of volatility here, but it was already suspected that we were going to come down to these lower levels, because this is pretty much where we've been bouncing off of in the past. So that was pretty much a no-brainer. Now, what I like about AAVE here on the 4-hour is that the 4-hour is moving higher here. Excuse me, the daily is crossed over and moving higher, and this is very significant. And that's why we had a very nice pump there too. Is we've got a crossover, momentum crossover on the daily, which is the white and purple line, and we had the 1-hour and the 4-hour momentum waves spike up, and so we had a very nice bounce here. This bounce was, let's see, I said something about whether it was Matic or whether it was AAVE. I think around 7%. Let's see, let's measure this, and this is exactly, yeah, I mean, to the line here, resistance 7.16% is what we actually put in as far as percentage wise. So this was a great little area, scalp area, or trade area for short-term traders. I'm a long-term investor, and I'm waiting for this reversal to happen so I can put in a good buy area for long-term, and a position in the buy area for a long-term hold. And so that's kind of pretty much what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for Bitcoin to hold these areas. That being said, let's take a look at Matic. Matic was another one that we covered, and I said that there was going to be a bounce. Oh, there you go. There's the bounce. So putting in a there we go. Hold on. All right, so pretty much sold off with the market. Had some volatility. Let me find the marker. One moment, please. Sometimes my charts don't like to cooperate, usually when I'm recording. Okay, so here's the volatility wick here that we had. And now Matic had a nice reversal, nice support here right at the 20 and the 58. Now, why did we have such a reaction? A couple reasons. We had a crossover of the 20 and the 50 back here, and of course we did have at that time a nice reaction here, and then we came back, tested the same area, and we went straight up. Now, the reason is Matic is getting a lot of attention is because I think Matic is involved with Instagram in some way. I think Instagram is using Matic, and they have some plans in the future. So that's why Matic is doing really well and bouncing at this strategic area. Number one, it's a diagonal support line, but it's also a moving average support line. And we see the crossover here, down here on the RSI. RSI did cross over the midline, and at the same time we had two strong waves. See, this is so important to have two or more waves when you enter, two or more waves on the way up. And we had the 1-hour and the 4-hour, both very strong, and we did have the daily getting ready to reverse, because it came all the way down here at the bottom. So they are all here down at the bottom, and that was right around in this area. So you knew a reversal was coming. And so congratulations to all of those who purchased Matic and grabbed the bounce here. And now we could have, I did think that we were going to have some type of a reversal or test back down here by our moving averages, and that's what happened. We wicked back down and then we went right back up. So we're trying to hold the 95-cent area, but we did come back down and test the 92-cent area right here where the moving averages are. So far so good, but we are seeing that we're at resistance, and it looks like Matic is having a hard time holding this area up here. It is holding it so far, but we are seeing some Doge candles, not Elon Musk Doge candle styles, but Doji candles, what they call Doji candles on these candlestick charts. So these Doji candles are a sign of indecision, and so we have to wait for continuation. So here we have a Doji, and then we have this other candle here. We're waiting for it to close, but it looks like it is going to be kind of like a little shooting star, which is negative, and then so we may roll over here. It just depends. But if Bitcoin starts going higher, so will Matic. Matic is, like I said, something that it's on everyone's radar because of the news, and a lot of people are buying it. So RSI is strong, and that's why it's holding up there at 65, and so that's why we're actually strong enough to stay up at resistance and keep pressuring resistance lines. So if we do come down, support is 90 to 92 cents down here where the moving averages are, and if the 90 cents fails, then we would have somewhere between 88 and 86 cents as a area of support, and that would put you right above the moving averages of 20 and 50, which has shown to be support for the last two bounces here. So that is it for Matic. And so taking a look at the charts for altcoins, you see that the market's up for the most part. Algorand 5% up. We've got basic attention token 7% up, and let's see, Link is up 5%, Matic is up 8% still, One Harmony is up 6%, Near is up 5%, Rose up 6%, Theta up 9%. So you can see that everything's looking strong right now, and we could possibly be moving higher. This could possibly be the reversal that everyone was talking about, and so we'll just have to wait and see. When we take a look at Bitcoin on the daily, we do see that Bitcoin is currently above the 20 and the 50. The 20 and 50 has not crossed yet on the daily, and so this is going to be a significant event. If Bitcoin starts moving higher here, like it's trying to do, then it will pull the 20 and the 15 over each other. The cross will occur, and then the market will be gaining strength, will be officially bullish on the daily time frames, or daily moving averages. So there you have it, friends. I don't want to make the video too long. I appreciate you watching. Thank you for your attention, and if you would, please click like, and if you find this information helpful or at least interesting, then consider subscribing, and we will see you in the next video. Be careful in the market. There's a lot of choppiness. Now if we lose, one thing that I need to say is, if we lose these moving averages, the 20 and the 50 come down, we start bumping our head and start grinding down, then we'll come down and retest most likely 18 to 19,000 down here. Okay, so we need to be aware of that. Those two price points, real quick before we close, two price points are, let me take a look here. Two price points so far right now, 20,000 even right here. And the secondary line is 19,930. So if we lose those, if we go below 19,000, 230, then we will be most likely coming down and retesting lower area down here around 18 to 19,000. Okay, so thank you for watching, friends. I appreciate your time, and we will see you. Oh, one other AAVE. Look at this. Boom. AAVE taking off. Here's AAVE on the 4-hour, and AAVE has a I think it's Facebook Meta association now. It was in the news, so that's what sent AAVE up 35%. Huge, huge, huge on the 4-hour. But also we need to understand is look at the 4-hour. 4-hour the daily wave on the 4-hour chart is in an uptrend, getting stronger. Right, we're having a large impulse wave on the daily, and that's why we're having so much momentum. And we did have the 1-hour and the 4-hour as well push higher. So we've got all of this momentum building between the three waves, and that gave us a nice powerful move to the upside. And of course, news was also a catalyst to push us higher. Now, support is going to be at 1372 and 1191, and of course if it's most likely going to come down a bit, so our Fibonacci levels for AAVE will be 50. Fibonacci level is at 1359, 1360. Okay, 1360 right here, which coincides with the short-term moving average of 10 moving average on the 4-hour chart, and then also down here golden pocket is going to be 1269, 1270 roughly, 1270. So those could be areas of interest, and then of course all the way down to the 30 moving average on the 4-hour chart, which is 1183. That would be a perfect area for entry if we come back down this far. But those are the levels to watch. 1 hour is down here waiting to be reset, but we do have the 4-hour coming down. So I wouldn't be buying now. That's just my opinion. It's up to you. You can do what you want. I'm not a financial advisor, but we had such a huge impulse to the upside, and we're still up 36%, that this could collapse pretty easily. And when it does, it's going to come down quite a bit. So I would just say patience is key here. Be patient for that better entry, and it should pay off for you in the long run. Thank you, friends. We'll see you in the next video.